Hello, Facebook and Fuente Friday. Actually, I feel like I should be in the middle here. How can I make that happen? Okay. There we go. I am surrounded by two wonderful gentlemen and a lovely evening in Naples with this phenomenal cigar, actually. Did I mention it was Fuente Friday?
Very nice. Very, very nice. Happy Fuente Friday, everyone. And actually, I feel privileged and honored to be on one of the side protecting a beautiful lady with my brother and our special guest of honor today, Mr. Joy Bianco. And let's not confuse Joy Bianco with Joe Jose Blanco. Even though the names are identically the same, Jose Blanco is Dominican or from New York. Joy Bianco, which is the same name, one in Italian and one in Spanish, is a man of the world. He may be today in Dubai getting his haircut, and then tomorrow he's in Miami Beach having sushi, but he loves the Maine lobsters. You know, he lives in the best place where you get those fresh Maine lobsters. And somebody told me, I think it was Cynthia, who just loves you, that you just love them dipped in butter. You know how I am to you. I wish I could do that. I remember I used to do that, you know, the popcorn
I
and
like to
everything.
just drown it in butter
It
and let
was
it
dripping,
soak.
you know. It was dripping. You could tell in which theater seat I sat in my younger years because everything around was just dripping in butter. And today, you know, I'm not able to do that like I wish I would. So, Joey, man, enjoy every moment of it.
Oh, I do.
He says, "Oh, I do. I do."
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
they recently added a Maine lobster truck in my area. And I'm like, well, that's dangerous. That means I don't have to drive 6 hours anymore. It means that it can be delivered to me. you know.
Exactly. That sounds fabulous.
So,
I would let.
actually, you could have fresh lobster delivered to you?
Not so much delivered, but like think of like a Maine lobster, like a fresh Maine lobster food truck, and it shows up at various places and does little events.
Wow.
Okay, I have a story now. Okay, I had to tell this story. Okay, so back, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, I was starting to get into advertising, and I worked for this one company down here in Florida who has flourished and has a ton of different kinds of restaurants, locations, but it's also three different concepts, but they all do seafood. And so they were actually, so we have the JetBlue Stadium in Fort Myers just above us, and JetBlue has Boston Red Sox always playing for them. So they have these spring trainings. Well, up in Boston, obviously, you would know about the lobster rolls, right? You know, get your lobster rolls, get your lobster. So we have crab rolls down here. And because I was friends with the Pincher's Crab Shack, the company that, you know, was actually selling. So they were like, do you want to sell, you know, crab rolls? And I was like, yeah, sure. They like give me this box. I'm like walking around the whole JetBlue Stadium going, get crab rolls. Hilarious. And then one night I was like, well, sure, I'll do it again. And my daughter comes, she was actually with me. She was 9 years old. She sold the most amount of crab rolls in the like entire stadium. She was just like, get your crap. I was like, I'm so proud of you.
I love crab, and especially I grew up in Tampa, and I remember in my younger years that, you know, Tampa Bay has the Causeway, which is the connection between Tampa and Clearwater, and that's where you get to St. Pete and so forth. And there was such an abundance of blue crab. I mean, it was free. I mean, literally at night you see them crossing the road, and people used to just go there with a net and get a string and throw ham and just collect crab and everything. And you know, Sundays we used to have blue crab, and think of how expensive and how rare it is today. And it was something that,
Yeah.
you know, it was like a gourmet food. We called it jaiba and harina con jaiba. And you know what that is? It's cornmeal with blue crab, chunks of blue crab and some shells, you know, like that, you know, the head or the claw. And, you know, and you have a little bit of just a hint of like a red sauce to make it kind of like orangey and everything. And we used to, that was like a special treat for all of us. But I realized older in life that why that was served to cigar makers and everything is because it was free. Think about corn, probably the cheapest thing that you could get in Florida in those days. And then they would go out and make the crab. And to me, I thought it was always like a gourmet thing and everything. So, but it was something that it's a normal dish for a Sunday for a family to get together and have a blue crab with cornmeal. It was delicious.
Awesome. So I'm sorry, but someone else got my attention. So let me bring her on. What? It's a party
Hello,
now.
Cynthia.
Hi, guys.
You've been busy all day today, haven't you?
I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I'm actually at Santo Stefano in Ybor City, and I'm with Rich Myberg and Brenda. So we have meetings all day. It's been crazy, but I wanted to say hello. Joey, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm doing really good.
Cynthia,
Hello, brother. Hello, Melanie.
Hello.
Everything's good?
I was just telling Melanie earlier that I think you've been very, very busy all day. You've been in front of you've been in front of either your telephone, your computer. You've been on one program after another.
I've been loving every minute of it. It's kind of loud in here. It's hard to hear, but I just wanted to jump on and say hello. Galito, you said it. We're not standing back, okay? We are moving forward, and that's what we've been doing all year, and it's been beautiful. And we got to meet wonderful people like Jolie and Melanie along the way.
And guess who just popped on? A brother of ours.
Tony
Cattingale.
Welcome, Tony.
Oh my God, Tony! How you doing, brother?
Yes, a lot of people are watching this show now. I'm really excited. So I congratulate Cynthia for always being here with me. Definitely to give us some
It's always my pleasure. Are you kidding?
Cynthia, give
Happy Fuente Friday.
to Rich.
Joey, I'll see you soon on the Virtual Cigar Lounge.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Give a big hug to Rich and Brenda. And you're in one of my favorite places, right across the street from the Columbia restaurant, same ownership, an incredible Italian food, Sicilian, old school.
And the music, Alito, Sicilian music. They serve the wine in like the old-fashioned Sicilian wine glasses. It's beautiful.
Yeah, really, it makes me.
In the heart of Ybor City. This is actually the first time that I've actually come to a restaurant, like, with people. It's so nice. It's been wonderful. It feels so good.
Well,
it feels fantastic.
Happen to see Richard. If you get any more ideas.
Wait a minute, hold on. Maybe they can see you. Hold on, I'm gonna try. Wait a minute, because they're right here. Hold on. Let's see if you can see them. 1 minute. Rich and Brenda. Rich, say hello. Come here. Here he is. Look at him.
Hello, hey.
Fuente Friday show.
Yes, I'll see you on Sunday.
The famous Rich's Riot right here on the Fuente Friday show. Hold on. Wait, she's got a mouthful.
We have all.
Here's Brenda. Say hello.
God, the most beautiful woman.
We're here in the heart of Ybor City, a circle of Ybor City. And this is Brenda's brother.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi there. How are you guys?
Hello. Doing terrific.
Casa Santo Stefano. This is it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay. It's like nothing like interrupting the whole show, right, brother?
Well, you know what? I think we have a reputation for shit and starting a party no matter where we go. It was
sorry. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna log off, but
bye-bye.
I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay?
All right, talk to you later, Cynthia.
Bye, Cynthia.
Happy Fuente Friday.
Bye-bye.
Jose Blanco stays in touch with so many people in the industry and retailers and bloggers. I mean, he's been around for so long, and he's such a good, personable person that he was saying today that, for 40 years, I mean, I would go to a Big Smoke or go to a convention, and there's so many people there. I see someone, I hug them, take a photo with them. Hello, how's the family? Because I know everyone, but it's just like there's so many people, you don't get a chance. And Jose was saying that so many people from so many shows have said, "Oh my God, we never seen this side of Carlito, Cynthia. They're human. They pain, they cry, they laugh, they joke around. And it's something that no one ever expected. But unfortunately, there's always through difficult times, there's always good that comes out. And in this last year, I met so many wonderful, beautiful people, special friends who I know will be my friend for life. And you can't ask for more than that in life. Life is all about building friendships and relationships with people and giving them a helping hand when they need it. And also, more importantly, that doesn't cost anything, is giving them a smile. And one thing people are saying that they've had an opportunity to, through social media, and one thing I've had an opportunity to meet so many people. And also, during a lot of these uh, broadcasts or these shows that I've joined when I couldn't leave the house and I was locked down, I saw a lot of my colleagues who people may think that they're my competitors, but I see them as colleagues. And more today, I've earned a different respect with each and every one of them, because I've heard their stories of trials and tribulation, and how they work hard and how they want to bring the best to the market. And when they speak about family and everything, and that one thing that's happened with all these programs that is united us and given us an opportunity to see that we have a lot more in common than we have differences. And I'm very grateful that, Melanie, you take the time out of your very busy day to give us an opportunity to share our feelings and show our love and our appreciation for everyone. So thank you very much again, Melanie.
Well, this is my pleasure. Are you kidding me? I love all these people, especially every single person that I've ever met this year has been fabulous. And actually, I was just talking to a girlfriend about how, like, we could be in any industry and probably be a woman that's like taken advantage of, but this one, I'm like, I'm not scared. Like, a lot of them are gentlemen, a lot of them are not dogs. That's great. Thank you guys. I don't want to say that, but it's like, you guys are gentlemen. It's actually it's a nice culture to be inside of. Definitely.
It truly is. And I don't, I've heard from other people say it, but I mean, I really can't say I'm not exposed to others, but I've heard so many people who have been in different industries. And Rich Meiberg is one who was very, very successful in the clothing industry for the greatest part of his life. And he says, again, there's nothing like the world of cigars and the people. And we're not talking the business aspect of it. We're talking about the relationships, the friendship. It builds lifelong relationships and lifelong friendships.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's where people kind of lose value. They forget that relationships are way more powerful than dollars. I mean, it's kind of like being taught to fish. You can buy me a fish, but I prefer that you teach me how to fish. And
but there's one relationship that I'm working on that I'm really concerned with. And I think part of it, I don't want to say it's your fault, but maybe you kind of nudged me or inspired me or gave me the nod that it was okay. It was that Bigfoot that I saw in the back room when they were doing the makeup and doing the stuff and everything. That Bigfoot that was supposed to be a prize. And
that was so great.
I said, this Bigfoot is bigger than me, and it's going to steal the show. And it started working in the back of my mind and everything. And the owner of the Bigfoot, the big boss, has been a friend for many, many years. When he first came into the cigar industry as a blogger and one of the first that started really bringing people together, and with his group, and they call them boondoggles, I believe it was called, brought them to the first Big Smoke, this big group of people and everything. And one of the first bloggers that I started following, because he has such a passion for cigar, then I said, look, he's gotten to be too powerful, too big, and I saw that, and
and he's walked himself right down to
told me that he was going to be on the show today, and then he decided not to. And I hope he's forgiven me really, seriously, I hope he's forgiving me for not being authorized. That's wow, what a beautiful ash. Nice tight white, beautiful. I was not authorized, I guess, to borrow because of course, to him I stole it, but I was just borrowing it. I tend to give it back in a couple of years. But right now, I'm using it as an ashtray. Anyway, we're talking about your friend, Mr. Steve Saka, who I admire. We have a great relationship. We're friends. I like Steve because, if I may say it in a way, I don't know. I guess it's just the way we talk or neighborhood to understand. He likes to bust balls, and I like that too. And you know what? And I could take a little ball busting, and he can too. He's a real mensch. He's a real good guy, and he has an incredible following. So anything that could rub off on me, I could use it. So I'm going to take advantage of anything I can. So, Steve, sorry you weren't join us, but if you're somehow listening, send you a big hug, my friend. Looking forward to the day that we could enjoy a cigar together. You take care.
But the green room was almost just as fun. It was a lot of fun being listening to the stories of you guys.
All right. The thing was,
when
he was being interviewed, or they were just going at each other because they have a tremendous and close family relationship with Honest Abe and Steve Saka, and I'm seeing that I don't want to give him any credit, so I don't want to mention the Saka. Okay, so I'm seeing this Bigfoot there, and I'm like that looking at it. I just know, I said, man, do I do it or do I not do it? Do I do it or not do it? I want it. And I think
I was like, do it.
It was Alan, because, Alan's like my boss. Or, he's the one that says, okay, loosen the leash or tying the leash or whatever. He's supposed to be like my guide. And I said, do I do it? Or he said, go for it. And all I remember, I was so nervous, and I didn't want to trip over something, because some people trip and they become very famous in the news when they fall. But I was very careful when I was walking not to go over wires of all the cameras and everything that was around. And all I heard when I grabbed it and turned around, I heard, ooh, the whole, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I just kept going forward. I just kept waiting for something to grab me by the back of the collar, pull me back and everything. And God, I'm telling you, I don't know what happened. After that, I didn't look back. I don't know who stayed, who didn't stay. I got there, packed it very well, got in the car, make sure, and bringing to the Dominican Republic was not an easy task. It's
yeah. Did they let that let it go through customs? I mean, how's that?
You know what? That's for a whole entire another show to explain that, and the experience I went through. How do you explain that? Tell me.
All right, so then that leads me to our contest that we have some really, I'm talking 200 and almost 23 comments now, captions.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how, but I've got a few that I picked out, which I'm going to let you guys talk for a minute. Hold on. I'm going to pull up these.
The comments, Melanie.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, so hold on. Let me see this picture. Right,
Christopher, hello. You see Christopher. Hello, Christopher. How are you?
Melanie, it hasn't loaded.
Yeah, it's not going to load. I'm just trying to read them real quick, but I'm not sending them. I got to do screenshots. Oh,
well, yeah, it's also important to note that you guys are allowed to put your captions in the comments of this live feed, and they will also be eligible to be entered in as well.
Yes.
So if you didn't get to the post or you missed it, you're still all good.
Absolutely. Okay, so I have one of the funniest ones was, well, like this one is, behold Carlito, king of the Dominican jungle, as he stalks his prey, the elusive Saka Scotch.
I told you so. I told you.
Here's
You know,
another. These okay,
I
Hearst daddies.
was just elevated to a level. That's good. I knew it was a good move. I don't know if I'm going to get my ass whipped or whatever it is for doing that, but anytime I'm enjoying it.
Oh my gosh. So, oh yeah. Well, they're asking what you're smoking, Carlito.
Oh, actually, good question. I am enjoying Don Carlos also, but it's a prototype Don Carlos that is in a profile of a Lancero. It's a prototype be coming out on the Don Carlos series that.
Is that prototype gonna be? Is that prototype gonna be on my show?
It can be. It can be moved if you to the public and you're much closer.
All right, let's go back to the comments.
Someday do a show direct from Chateau de la Fuente. Wouldn't that be great? You do a show someday from Cigar Family Charitable Foundation.
Oh, Ciro, I've already, trust me, I'm texting Ciro. I know how to get things done now.
Matter of fact, I see a what's up coming in from Ciro, so he's probably watching. I don't know, but a what's up, but I'm not going to go look at it because I'll lose you. But I just saw a WhatsApp signal show up and it's Ciro, so
do you remember the beautiful?
Watching, so. Oh, by the way, you know, I didn't say anything before. I've never been nice, but I love Ciro. I just want you to know, just in case he's watching.
You're gonna make sure everything's covered, right? CYOA. All right, there's another one. Come back, Harry. I was just joking. Let's. That's actually funny. Come back, Harry. I got it. Okay, let's smoke a cigar together. The other one that I liked was this: when your Ancestry.com results finally arrive, 100% man, myth, legend, and cigar, daddy. Wait, daddy.
That one's great.
Really, I have no doubt about that because sometimes I feel that way.
All right, let's see my other. Oh, this is great. This is great. Brian, he says, Jose Blanco after COVID.
What was that again?
Jose Blanco after COVID. He's like,
that's very delicate. You know, don't want to go there.
Okay.
I would say Blanco after COVID.
Okay.
He's just so full of energy. You know what? I don't know when to turn him off. Once he gets started. Today he was today he had a big seminar with some part on the other side of the world, which is like 8 hours difference. And then he was in a 3.5 hour with an educational program with our entire sales force in Tampa headquarters. And he was awesome. You know, he's just incredible. You know, so full of energy. You know, God bless him. You know, I just wish that I could have that energy and everything. He just loves people, and he loves to share information, and that's something that I think that is a magical trait in anyone who really wants to. Like he said before, he said it many times. So many people maybe know more than him, which I doubt. You know, there's so many, but he says the difference between him and others is that a lot of people take their information to the grave, but he wants to leave it and share it with as many people as he knows. And I think that that's one of the great things about Meet the Professor, that we are being open and sharing our lives, or say sharing information for so many people. It's an opportunity for people to go back and learn the history of cigars and learn so much about cigars, which in return makes the cigars much more enjoyable. Once you understand, it's like a book. When you understand the words and the meaning of every word, and you get to know the author, and you get to know his feelings or what he's gone through in life and everything, all of a sudden that story becomes alive and it becomes your story. And I think that's one of the magics that Meet the Professor has brought to the audience, is the experiences of Jose Blanco, Jeremiah, Melanie, yourself, you know, your contribution, and of course, the man who has the nicest wife in the world.
Great
who dares go beyond boundaries, Mr. Richard Myberg, with some of his jokes. You know, I don't know how they serve dinner after that, but
Hello, Cynthia.
you know, he's great. No, we have a great team, and you know what? It's just very rewarding the amount of people who have been following and have really have been a great contribution. We've had the best of the best, and there's so many more who are the best of the best. And every week we'll continue to have more and more guests who are the best of the best.
Absolutely. You know, Carlito, everybody wants your hats. Like, I know where you get them from, but I don't tell them. Do you go through a situation of how you decide, or is this always the same hat, or what's the
No,
process?
the same hat. It's not the same hat. Actually, they're very delicate, and with temperature changes and everything, and taking them off, and I wear them every day. They break. I mean, they crack, they break. So I change them every so often, and I form them myself. They don't come this way. I form them myself. It's a Fendora, but I give it my own form. I have my technique, just like I do with my guayaberas, that I iron myself, I starch myself, and it's my thing, you know. It's just, and even I get clothes, or Cynthia knows this, and people that know me well. The first thing that when I get to a city, when we do an event, whatever it is, the sales manager of the area always make sure that the hotel has an ironing board and a good iron, and there's a bottle or a can of heavy duty starch. So I mean, habit. I mean, I picked it up by my mom and everything, and it's just, even I get my shirts cleaned right out of the plastic with the crease and everything. I kind of got to go over it and everything, make sure it's just, you know, I got to warm it up a little bit. But it's the same thing with my hats. You know, I'm finicky about that. You know, I'm very strange with that. You know, it's like, it's part of me. It's just like,
It's your trademark.
well, I always saw my father with a hat and everything, and yeah, it has. People probably won't recognize me without the hat and the mustache. The mustache is becoming a serious problem for me, though, because in the old days it wasn't so difficult, but keeping the mustache, you could see it. You know, Walgreens and CVS, they're making a killing on me. You know, it's not easy.
Well, you look fabulous, so I don't think you should worry too much about it. They all still love you. Okay, let's get on with these comments, though. Okay, so here's another one that I like. Don't walk away from me. Don't you know who my daddy was?
I love it. People are very creative, you know, and you know what? They also like to dig in, you know, and needle, like I say.
Needle, yeah.
And that's good, because if you needle me, then I needle you. That means we're friends. We needle each other.
Exactly. And guess what? Everybody who's needling Carlito, he can see everything on Instagram. So he figured out Instagram, so be scared. All right, let's see. Then, Saka Squatch just herped me off daddy style. Okay, here we go. The sighting of a rare, magnificent being and a Sasquatch. Big man and a big foot. The king and the Kong. I like that, the king and the Kong. When you realize you have two left feet and it's salt.
I had one of my favorite, most beautiful dogs was named King Kong. That was his name, Kong. German Shepherd, but it was a German Shepherd that had so much fur, if you want to call it fur, hair. It was beautiful. And we're here in the Dominican Republic in our earlier years here, and one day he left. You know, the gate was open, and you know, we cried for a while, and I mean, we looked and looked and looked and searched for him, but somebody found him. It was such a beautiful animal, and I just remember because at that time King Kong was very popular. One of the newer movies were out, and when he was a puppy and he looked at you, you know, with those beady eyes, she named him Kong, and it was a King Kong. So I know that's not what they're referring to, but I'm going to just try to blow it off that way with humor and not take it personally. But I don't know if they're referring me. Am I Kong or am I?
Yeah,
king?
you're the king. No, you're the king.
Okay.
That's what
No,
I would think. You're the
just a
king.
humble cigar maker. I'll always be a humble cigar maker, and that's really what I love to be. That's what I want to be. But
Okay,
I enjoy the humor. Thank you.
I think this one gets a win because it has my name in it. But he says, a little bit of Saka in my life, a little bit of Carlito in my side, a little bit of Mel is all I need, a little bit of Saka Squatch leaving is what I see.
That's
That's
beautiful.
clever right there.
That's the winner. That's the winner.
Yeah, that's excellent.
All right, let's go through a few more. But
Very
yeah,
clear.
that was.
Wait, that's cool.
Oh, wait. I like this other one, though. That was by Gracie. Gracie's hilarious, too. What did she say? She said, boom, Saka Saka. Like, it was hands up, says Carlito, or I'll squash your face. Boom, Saka Saka. Boom, Saka.
You know what? Steve's got to make one that moves. You know, shakes around like those. Remember?
Oh, my God, like the fish.
Yeah, it does it movement. And when
Mhm.
it moves down, you see like the waist swaying a little bit. You know,
Like the fish, the fish that sings when you.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. That would be.
All right,
I don't want
Saka.
to give him any ideas. Okay.
Yeah, let's not give them to me, I guess. That's hilarious. Okay. All right, this one is Saka Squatch. Don't be mad. I can't help it that the ladies think I'm more attractive than you.
That's great.
Steve needs a shave.
Say that one again.
Steve needs a shave.
Where are you reading all this?
From Instagram. This is on the post. This is fantastic. Looking pretty cool, like the chief at the front door. There's no room for two beasts in this room. Saka Squatch. I found the balls. Guess which hand?
You know what? I didn't realize that we're going to call so many people and have fun and to make fun of it and enjoy themselves. So
That's
that's a
great.
win.
Oh my God. Darwin's evolution of cigar makers. Oh
That's
my
a winner.
God. This
Come on,
this
man.
is like this
Winners.
is like our roast. Stop dancing around and let's go to the lounge.
Our evolution of cigar makers. That's a good one.
Oh my gosh.
But he's not too far off, you know.
This is Vince Kane. Do you know Vince Kane? That's the one who said that. That's funny. Let's see. Squatch out. I got my Abe coin.
You know what? I'm very, very disappointed. I got to find out how to steal one of those. I think that if I would have eyed it, I may have, because people show them on social media and everything, and they are so cool. I really love it. But you know what? I guess I was still nervous that I was going to get banged in the back of the head when I was running out with the what do you call the Bigfoot. I don't want to give Steve Sock any credit, so I'm not going to mention what it's called. You know, I would have found out. I would have got an Abe coin. I would have added it to my collection. I still got to go back somehow, someday, and find out if there's any laying around or something, and do one of those things again. And
There's this one that says seen here in his natural habitat. Like the Finally, I've gotten Saka's Sasquatch smoke an Opus X. He will never leave me.
You know what? This show is about Steve Sock, obviously, because we've been speaking about Steve for the last half hour.
But we will end it with a professorship. So
No, but it's not fine. It's perfectly great, and that's good for people to see. We're all one big happy family and everything.
I agree.
Talking about everything, it was just a lot of fun. I can't get over keep repeating it week after week. The great smoke and what Abe pulled across, was able to perform was just amazing. I got to see my dear friend Joey there, and when Cynthia saw a photo of me and Joy, oh, Cynthia was like so excited. Oh, Joy, I love Joy. God, Joy was there. This and that, and it's just special moments, and all being there, everyone. It's good things came out of that event. I think people are just happy. People in the industry, and the few that were able to attend, we're just happy to see each other and then know that we can have fun and playing within the rules of distancing, of the mask and so forth. Everything was done in such a way, and it still was a great event. And maybe someday we'll have another great event, but it won't be the same because this was unique. It was different, and it was a challenge for Abe, and he pulled it off. And I'm just very grateful that I had the opportunity to witness that because it was amazing. It really was.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was incredible. It was, and that was my first experience to get to meet all these people. So I was like, yay.
Melody, people were actually shocked. And I heard after that was the first time that I've ever saw you in person. I know that I feel that I've known you because we've done so many shows together with Meet the Professor, but it was the first time actually we meet personally.
I know, it was crazy. I was a little nervous. I was like,
no, not everybody. It's a human natural instinct. I think that if you get nervous, I get nervous every single time. I got nervous before I got on. I get nervous when I have to start something. I think that is a human instinct that is natural with people who care. That people want to be able to deliver, and they care and everything. They want everything to be right. So being nervous is a good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing. I think it's a certain energy that I think that it'll, I hear from so many performers, really big performers that say the same thing. No matter how many times they're on stage and everything, there's a little butterfly that goes in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going to be people.
Every half hour, if you text me during 7 and 7:30, I'm like, don't talk to me right now. Or even before the show on Sundays, I'm like, don't talk to me right now. Like, you don't want to see me this way. It's scary. All right, let's do a couple more. Straight out of the North Woods of Maine, Sasquatch is spotted by Mr. Fuente. Wait, Sasquatch, just one picture. Where are you going? The news article title is...
I'm going to find a rare pink or a good Fuente cigar. That's where I'm going.
Says news article title, Mr. Fuente has captured and convinced the Sasquatch to smoke a cigar and tell story of how he managed to be the best hide and seek player. I don't know where that was going. Oh, I do like this one. This is Carlito's photo bomb.
Who took that photo? What? I had no idea God, so you're the caller. I had no idea. I saw the photo and I go, oh my God, but this is evidence of what's going on. And it concerned me. I had no idea. I said, well, you know what? I'm not going to even question who took the photo because I didn't even know there was anyone there taking photos.
Oh my gosh, Carlito, I took all your photos. Yeah. You have photos inside your phone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. It's going to continue to be a lot of fun. We're going to continue to have fun. We're going to make fun. Even, we're going to make, what's that saying? You're going to make lemonade out of juice?
Yeah.
So we're going to continue to do that. That's what the cigar world's all about. It's about people. And we're going to
Absolutely.
And
all these people watching, thank you guys. Look at everybody. Totally enjoying this.
Oh my God! Now see the names flipping through. Aaron, how you? Gary, wow.
There's all kinds of people here. Look,
we're great.
Miguel.
Oh my God.
What?
Miguel, using tobacco. I just got a special mention. So they're really great people, good friends. Miguelito Cuenca. What could I say? The best one out. Randy, everybody. This is incredible.
Anna was here a minute ago.
Liana was here.
Anna, I saw Anna's name in here.
Oh, Anna was there, yeah. But you know what? She had to be there first to check out everything because Miguelito's not allowed. Miguel Cuenca's not allowed to do anything without Anna's approval.
That's
That's not
hilarious.
say
All
that.
right, so who won? I think that we went. What was it? Is it the evolution still, or what do you want?
I don't want to be the one to pick a winner,
Well,
but
then how about we pick? We No, I can only pick one winner because I only got it's a box of Sin Compromiso #5 and an Arturo Fuente ashtray, bobblehead, and a hat.
well, that's a big,
How about Tony? If you remember
big.
which one's got the best reactions out of us, say maybe the top three. How about we all vote and it's a unanimous decision?
I tell you what, it's not a bad idea. Thank you, Joy. Thank
You
you.
guys are making my life so hard.
No. Why don't we ask people to vote and see what you see coming in is what they think of those three. The one I like too is the da 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 da.
Saka
But
boom,
Yeah, the
saka
music
boom.
one was really clever, I thought.
There was two music ones. So there's the Saka boom, boom, saka saka boom, saka saka, or there's the one that a little bit of Saka in my life, a little bit of
That's it.
Carlito by my side. All right,
Yeah,
Leo Stone. All right, then Leo Stone wins. He's
yeah,
gonna be
that one has
so
my
thrilled.
vote.
Well, that he's gonna be
what do you think,
thrilled.
Joy?
Yeah, I really like that one. I thought that it was clever, and he was able to include everyone involved in that, and that takes like a higher level of thinking, which is something I can generally appreciate.
But you know the quote about the other Pro Magnum Man, whatever it is,
Hmm.
that melody. I need for you to send me that because I want to put that sign or that quote right behind my buddy who's in my
Which
office
which one is it? The one that says,
about the evolution.
"Oh, okay, all
Yeah,
right, I'll find
yeah,
him
the
too."
Darwin one,
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Darwin. Yeah.
all right, I'll send you that. That's great.
the evolution of cigar makers.
Or can we send him
So,
something too?
so my son someday could know what the evolution, where we come from. It's important. We talk about family, about heritage and legacy in our family. We got to be realistic, where it all started. We got to go back when we tell the story. I think it goes back
Oh,
a long time.
oh no, I'm gonna have to find it, but I will. I'll find him and I'll definitely uh, give that
I
to you.
have
That's hilarious.
I have a question as a maker, as someone who is always very concerned and never happy, never pleased, always trying to see what could we little detail. I
Really?
love to hear from people. I would like to ask what do you are about a Fuente car or a brand?
Your audio cut out.
What what are some of the characteristics or traits or that you look in a cigar that you look forward to find in a cigar that you want to try that you hope that is going to please your senses, that's going to touch? What are some of those characteristics?
Is that what you want to ask the audience?
I want to ask Joey that, if you don't
Okay,
mind.
go ahead. Yeah.
So for me, I want the draw to be easy because I don't like cigars that are relaxed. It's the one thing I don't want to work for. You know what I mean? And then from there, I like when there's relatively consistent flavor, and then one or two things kind of sneaks up on you when you do the retro hail. Something like a spice you didn't expect or a flavor you never like had before. So I like little surprises that are kind of like laid out throughout the cigar. So I think that that's like the most important for me, because I mean one of the biggest like eye-opening moments for me was when I was actually able to pretty much do a retrohale without coughing my brains out because I messed it up. And being able to just get that pepper right off the bat, I was like, wow, I can actually like taste this. Now I know what everyone's talking about. And then as I've smoked and got better at retrohaling and kind of like experimenting with different foods to try and like learn where it is, because my theory on, because trying to find information about like profile building is very difficult because it's so subjective and everyone just kind of says keep smoking. And that does help a lot, but I think you have to expose yourself to a lot of foods that are closely associated that other people mentioned. So that way, once you kind of retrohale, since you have, I believe, 53 taste centers or receptors in your nose, right? And so from there, it kind of like all right, and then your brain kind of registers and go, all right, what do I most closely associate this distinctive flavor with? And that's kind of where people get their profiles from, I think. So for me, it's mainly the consistency and little surprises and a nice, easy draw is probably my favorite thing.
Well, very good answer, Joy. You you hit it right on point. I agree. Hi, Mitchie. Good to see that you're on the show, Mitchie. I agree with you, Joy. Uh, it's those little surprises that sometimes they hold you back. Oh, wow, that was a
Hmm.
nice hint of something, or all of a sudden you get like a lingering sweetness in the front of your mouth, or
Hmm.
that tingling that you get on your nose when you retrohale. And
Yeah.
that was a conversation that we had today with everyone. So that's why I had it fresh in my mind. And I was just curious because a lot of people don't retrohale, and retrohaling is not inhaling.
Yeah.
To me, I retrohale. I mean, I was born in this, and it was just a natural instinct for me. But I never let the smoke touch my throat. I like I said earlier today in another session that my grandfather taught me as a very young man that your taste is in your mouth, your palate, and maybe a lot has to do with aroma, smell, and the nose and everything. But never your taste is not on your lungs.
Hmm.
So it takes practice. You breathe in, blow out of your
Yeah.
nose, never swallow, and just a
Never.
little at a time and everything. But once you get that, you know,
Yeah.
in Cubano terms, what I was taught and what I love, you make a roast pig, a roast pork. And if anybody ever had a roast pork Cuban made and everything, you have all the soft meats and the white meats and everything inside. But then you got the chicharron. You have the skin, the crispy skin on the outside. That is, you tap it and then
Hmm.
crunch and you bite that. It's a different flavor. And that's the differences, you get the whole essence of what the cigar is and everything. And I think you get a lot more. But you mentioned 50 something senses and everything. I think you
Yeah,
said,
because I was watching the Meet the Professor show, and I think it was the one of the first ones with Rocky, and he was talking about the different taste sensors. I think it was like 13 on your tongue and 53 for your nose. So
well,
there's
you know
almost
what?
five times the amount of taste in your nose.
That down and remember that because you have a very retentive mind. You retain these things. But
Hmm.
if I had 53 or had 50 something in the nose, I probably only got about 16 left. So I got to take care of them.
Yeah.
Between the wasabi and the rich, strong cigars that I taste all day, I mean, who knows? But really, that to me, that's very, very important. And I appreciate that. I was just curious, but you really are a cigar connoisseur, and it's a privilege to have you on the show sharing that with us. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure.
Hey
Melanie,
everyone!
you're on
Oh
mute.
my God!
Okay, so that's I actually just tried to retrohale. Did not go so well.
Well, that's what happened. Everything turned around.
Like
So
my
what you want
eyes
to
are
do with the
watering right
retro
now.
hail?
Just no, really, really no, but don't swallow. Never swallow. Just a little bit. You got to go a little at a time.
I know. I want to try this.
Keep
So
them out.
for me,
They go to your nose.
Okay, I like that. Nice.
yeah, so basically what you do is you kind of take like a kind of like a half puff or half draw, and you kind of push it up to the roof of your mouth, and then just breathe out your nose and kind of push it out. And then as you get more comfortable with it, you don't have to use as much force, and it kind of becomes more of a passive thing, and you just kind of do it casually throughout. It kind of enhances the experience, because until you can retrohale, it is, or at least for me, retrohaling really opened up the experience of cigars, because it's like taking a nicely cooked, plain piece of meat. It's good meat and it probably tastes fantastic, but it's much better with all the different spices and herbs and flavors and marinades that you can put on it. So it's kind of like adding that spice of life to your cigar and creating that incredible experience.
I
Or
like that
if
spice.
it's nice, medium rare on the inside, the outside is nice and charred.
Mhm.
I
Get
love it.
all
I'm
the
still crying. I need my eyelashes to be dry.
No, but just go slowly. But you know, you don't have to really. You could practice without a cigar. Just
Yep.
breathe in,
Well,
breathe,
that I'm
never
familiar with.
swallow. Just practice with just breathing a little bit of air, not swallowing the air to your lungs, but letting go out your nose.
Well, think of it kind of like a meditative breathing. If you've ever done any
Yes.
kind of meditation or
Yeah.
mindfulness, because
Yeah.
like when you try to relax when something's stressing you out, you kind of go, to kind of calm yourself down. So if you're doing that while you're smoking a cigar, you're taking the already relaxing sensations of the cigar and enhancing it even further, and you're enriching the flavor. So it's an all around win win.
It's a
So,
beautiful thing all around, right?
hmm
Oh, I love it. I love it. This is fantastic. Okay, so before we get too far on, I just have to mention our Professor Show. So the Professor Show is going to be on this Sunday, you guys. I believe it's going to be fantastic as always. It only gets bigger and bigger. So if you're missing out, you better get in the know. Which is, how do you get in the know? You actually can go to, oh my gosh, can I find it here? You can go to tinyurl.com/Fuente, or the Professor Show. I'm sorry. Here it goes. TinyURL, right there. You see the ticker tape. tinyurl.com/the Professor Show. Go there, subscribe so that you can always be able to find us. And then also, you can definitely catch us on Facebook, because we are Facebook Live as well as YouTube Live at facebook.com/the Professor Show. So go ahead and click those bell, give it a little love tap on that so that you can be able to catch us whenever we're live. And Carlito, why don't you go ahead and tell us who our guest is this weekend?
This week we have again a very, very special guest, always from the world of cigars, but someone different and someone who's been in the business his entire life. Owner of one of the oldest retail stores in the United States in Washington, D.C., Curtis Draper. And he's also been involved very much so with all litigation with local, state, and even federal government for many years. He is the president of the PCA, which was the RTDA, the Trade Association for Retailers. And he is a longtime personal friends of our entire family and everyone in the cigar industry. Just a great person, a great father, a great friend, an incredibly knowledgeable man. That's going to share so much information. So it's just going to be another opportunity to learn about the industry, know what the industry is facing, know what the industry is all about. And if you want to know the insides of the industry, don't miss Meet the Professor this Sunday with Mr. John Anderson, one of the greats of the greats.
Absolutely. If you want to get to be in the know of the cigar industry, you should watch all of our episodes because they are all phenomenal. The guests are phenomenal. Jose Blanco is phenomenal, and Carlito's stories are phenomenal. You guys, if you're not in the know, you better get there. So facebook.com/Professor Show. Make sure you hit that bell so that you can be notified. Also, go to tinyurl.com/The Professor Show, and please subscribe. We love it when you subscribe. And we get all great prizes. I mean, it's totally worth it, right?
Absolutely. No question about it.
Well, I want to say thank you guys. And if there's anything else that you guys want to put in, go ahead. Did I miss anything?
I don't know for someone to ask, but listen, there's so much we could talk about, and there's so many things that, of course, that we could say. Wait, who is that? That
is JR. JR Davis.
JR Davis. Yeah, it's our friend. He's always on. Jay's a great guy.
And, he really is.
A great friend, a great supporter of Cigar Travel Foundation. And there's so many people. It just, I don't have my reading glasses.
Debbie.
That's Debbie. Yeah, hi, Debbie.
Yeah, she's from the Zoom Cigar Bar. She's a good friend of mine.
Yes.
Okay,
good
so you guys will be on there later?
Yeah, I'll be jumping on later tonight.
That was so much fun last night.
Yeah, we normally start to get pretty active at Zoom. So if you want to get into this and hang out and chat and talk out, just go to your web browser and just type in Zoom Cigar Bar fuentecigars.com, and you'll be able to jump in. It'll take you to a webpage, and you just click enter, and it will let you in, and you'll be able to hang out with 20 odd people from all over the world, and just hang out and relax and have good conversation. And it really is a good time. And
Absolutely.
it's been very helpful through the pandemic, being able to stay connected and now have friends internationally and nationally, so.
Oh yeah, I've known that about the internet for a long time. So I'm like, yay, COVID happened. Now everybody else realizes it. It's great. But the other thing I want to mention before we leave is the cigar rights of the world. Please, you guys, go and sign up for the cigar rights of the world. It only costs your name and your email address. It's just a way for them to be able to get us all together so that we can make a bigger impact on our different cigar rights of America, cigar rights of Europe. Cigar rights of the world are just going to bring us all together and then formulate so that we can make bigger impacts and much more effective laws. So I love it.
Absolutely.
And so please, and if you guys want to be an ambassador, you can actually email Reinhardt at Reinhardt, it's REINHARD at Cigar Rights of the World, and you can become an ambassador. It's a lot of fun. So
join us. We're all members of Cigar Rights of the World. Join us all. It doesn't cost you a penny, but you get information, and you're part of this huge community of people with big hearts who love to share their lives with others and just share their time, whether it's personally, whether it's on social media. But it's such a great community, and most importantly, I don't think you have to enjoy a cigar to join. It's not about enjoying cigars or be able to smoke your cigar. It's about rights. It's about rights to enjoy a legal product as an adult, something that is legal, something that has become so difficult for so many people. And so many families, hardworking families, who wake up first thing in the morning and leave at night, the brick and mortar in some of the big cities. And New York City is an example because of regulations and rules. Families have been providing service and giving us love for generations have to pack up and leave because of someone decides, some local city council or someone, to apply a regulation, which is just not American. It's not the way we are. I believe in respecting other people's opinions. So does Cigar Rights of the World, so does Cigar Rights of America. If you don't enjoy a cigar, and we're an establishment that's about cigars, under, abiding by the regulations of circulation, of everything, whatever the government wants. But we need to have a place where we could go and gather, congregate with people who enjoy a moment as adults to be able to share their lives, share the story, and as Joey Bianco says, be able to relax. Be able to relax. Something that's so difficult these times of the day. And I think that today we hear about, and I heard all day today in different programs and different things, we're in the middle of a cigar boom, another cigar boom. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's a cigar boom. And people who were enjoying 4 cigars a week are now enjoying 2 cigars a day. Because one of the reasons is because they're home and they're able to relax. They're in the ownership of the environment. But things are going to change, and we're going to be out again working, and we're going to be out traveling, we're about visiting. And you had a long day and you want to go somewhere with a business partner or a friend or somebody that you're romancing with, and you want to go someplace and just have an adult beverage, listen to some nice music, or maybe a quiet place, enjoy a cigar. I think that we deserve the right to have a place that we could choose, so we could enjoy that privilege or that that wonderful reward that a good cigar can only bring to you at that moment. And join Cigar Rights of the World, join Cigar Rights of America, because all together we're a force, and there's so many people who enjoy cigars, and it costs you nothing. So I would appreciate everyone if they join. It's very easy, and you'll be informed with everything that's going on. and probably a lot of good things that will be coming in the future.
Yes, definitely a lot of good things coming to the cigar industry. I definitely believe that for sure. So, thank you everybody for joining us, all of you
Thank you.
out there. We love you all. Every single time that you guys come on here is special, and we appreciate all of the enthusiasm about Fuente Friday. It's always celebrated this way, right here
Yeah,
on
it's
this
kind of
show.
like it's kind of like a holiday that you don't have to wait all year for. You know, it's a nice way to
Yeah,
end and close out your week. You know,
And
totally.
start a week, because now is Fuente Friday is the launch to party time.
hmm
Party time is all the time, and every time is party time. And Wednesday, Friday is the launch of party time in a beautiful weekend, which I wish to everyone who's listening, and everyone enjoy themselves, be safe, take care of yourself. And as my younger brother, my son says, if you don't do it with passion, don't do it at all.
I love it. On that note, goodbye. Happy Fuente Friday, and enjoy, and make sure to post and tag all of your Fuente cigars with us. Yeah.
Joey, you be well, my friend. You take care.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, Joey. Thanks.
Lots of
Thank
love.
you,
Love you all.
Carlito.
Bye bye, everyone. Everyone in the
Bye.
show. Love you. Thank you very much. And happy Fuente Friday, everyone.
Happy
Have
Fuente
a
Friday.
great weekend.